What is up, beautiful people? Hey, it's your girl Rosalie. Welcome to the Ultimate World Music Reaction channel. Diving into something brand new today, and I am super excited. We are diving into the world of Ukraine today. I am super excited to explore more music from another country on this beautiful planet. Check out those playlists for all the different countries that I've been exploring. Lots more to come. Not only playlists, but different artists from those different countries and continents. But today we're diving into Ukraine. I'm really excited to check this out. This is a band called Jinjer. And I have been asked by many of you to check them out. Many of you have asked especially for a reaction to Pisces. Welcome, buckle up, join the ride. We're going on a special ride today. We're gonna turn up the volume button in our car. I don't know what car we're driving today. I don't know the band, so I don't know what car would be fitting. Or like a sports car maybe. It looks like this is gonna be rock. So maybe like a dope sports car. Let me know in the comments below, what kind of car would you like to drive as you're listening to this music? But we're gonna check out Pisces. Pisces was put out on YouTube 2017, has over 68.5 million views. So this band has been listened to a lot, and I have no idea who they are, but they are from Ukraine. And from Donetsk, to be specific. They are a metalcore band, and they were formed in 2008. And that's about all I know for now. I think I'm gonna keep it at that so that I can just really listen with fresh ears and unbiased perspective. That please let me know if you've heard them before, if you like their music. Let me know in the comments below what you think and enjoy. So here we go. I'm excited and I have no idea what to expect. So, all right. Oh, and as always, like, share, subscribe. Check the links below. Oh, this is already really dope. Solo like that.
Step forward and meet a new sunrise. A coward is shivering inside. Today I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with smile. I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego hard, they can be big 'cause I'm
Oh, excuse me. What just happened? You guys who know me reacting to Nightwish and then exploring some Tool, I have said it so many times, and I think I'm gonna make some of y'all sick and tired of me saying it. I am not a metalhead, right? Well, Nightwish is starting to change that a bit. But I've said it like that. Screaming is not my thing. She has a really cool voice, like singing voice. I'm not really sure how to place it. It's cool, but I can't really put my finger on what I like about it. But then what the heck just happened? It seems like it's almost creepy. It's like something came out of her. I don't know, man. This is intense. I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics later because now I don't have no clue what she's saying. Now I have no clue what she's singing. Okay, I don't know, man. This is intense. Okay, I'm gonna keep giving it a try because, right, we're all about exploring the world. I like my misformed little globe over there. Okay, this just like threw me. Okay, hold on. I don't understand a word she's saying. But it's impressive. Don't get me wrong. Like what she just did there from her singing voice, I was like, cool, this is nice. I wonder where this is going to go. Why does this have 68.5 and plus million views? And then she did that. That's crazy. And that's impressive, by the way. I don't know anything about like screaming or whatever this is. Right now, it doesn't even sound like screaming. It just sounds like a deep scream, growl. I'm sure there's a technical word for it. Let me know in the comments below. But what's crazy is this is very like skilled. Like I feel like in order to not ruin your voice, And anybody know that is into metal and rock knows these things. I know it like in theory. I don't know a lot about it. And when you do that, not only transitioning from singing to growls and yet screaming, but generally screaming and growling in your songs, you have to do it technically accurate to not ruin your vocal cords. She seems like she knows exactly what she's doing.
With all the wrath for death, still among the lies, virgin innocence.
I feel like that's not her. How is this her? It sounds like a man. Demon. It's really weird, you guys. Wow, it's creeping me out a bit.
1 million brings life, with all the wrath for death.
That guitar part I really dig though. That electric guitar part.
No promises I ever give.
I'm telling you, this is messing with my mind. It feels like two different people, and that's what's creeping me out a bit. It's like in the verses, it's like, hey, I'm a rock girl, and I'm singing, and I'm beautiful, because really she is. I really like her vibe. Like, cool chick, beautiful, singing, just like, you know, just rock, and, you know, like I said, cool voice, but I can't put my finger on it. I can't be like, this is what I like about it, and I'm not a vocal coach, right? I'm a singer-songwriter, but this is all usually about music and psychology. We go into the lyrics. She sings nice, but then it just,
Don't rely on me and I won't deceive. The beginning or the end you can't tell. When I wave my fin and shake my tail, I grew a different normality with unblameable morality. Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish.
Still among the lies, virgin innocence. 1 billion brings life, with all the wrath for death. Still among the lies, virgin innocence. 1 billion brings life, with all the wrath for death.
oh, that drummer, man. That drum. Those drums. Sheesh.
Neptune's child, shivering inside, drowns in the liquid gold. Cherish his life to the underworld.
I like that. That's cool.
Make me flashing when the winter cries.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, long-cutting tables of callous men, wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
I don't know what the heck just happened. I still struggle, man, with that whole switch. It's like you are not the same person. it's creeping me out. It feels like two different people, or like some male screaming, growling, whatever it's called. Not all coming out of her. Now she's petite. If you've been following my journey and you know my videos for Dimash, and how in that one video he just seemed petite to me. Maybe it was the big stage, whatever it was. Turns out he's like a giant. But in the video, when he opened his mouth for the first time, Dimash Kudabagan, check out those videos. He's from Kazakhstan. Crazy voice. He can do things like woo. I was blown away with the voice that came out of him, and I kept saying, like, for such a petite guy, right? And the internet made sure to let me know he is not petite. But she is petite, okay? She is slim, beautiful, just so, what is the word when you like, so unsuspecting, like you'd never think. And like I said, when the music started, the track is dope. The song, I don't like to say track, it's weird. The song, right? The guitar solo, the way that it started, the drummer is out of this world. And then she sings, and I'm like, pretty voice, right? Nothing that blew me away when she was singing in the verses, though she has a pretty voice, and I'm sure there's more she can do based on other songs. But it was a cool female rock voice. Okay, cool. Where is this gonna go? Really that rock vibe, the way she's dressed, her attire, like just cool chick. And then she switched. And like I said, because I'm not into metal and I don't like screaming, I always get this weird feeling because it's like, this almost sounds like creepy, like demonic, like this other person inside. It's really, really weird. But from just trying to be objective, it's impressive that she can do that without ruining her voice, and that she can jump like that. Shoot! And they got just more and more intense to the point like she's about to eat our face off. Like if she's not about to digest that microphone, do not come into her vicinity because she's gonna eat you. Like fierce. I like it. Now what's crazy is I think from what I'm seeing, the Pisces personality, people with that personality are known for being emotionally sensitive, gracious, and emotionally aware. Is that true? Which is funny because she looked like she's the type of fish that's gonna eat you. Like a piranha. I'm not saying it to ridicule, like it's impressive. Now the symbol for Pisces, and that's why I want to talk about the lyrics, is the fish. And that's what's cool about these lyrics, because it plays on all of that. Step forward and meet a new sunrise. A coward is shivering inside. Today I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with smile. I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego hardly can be piqued because I'm selfless. Scale armor blaze, and then it switches with her voice. Virgin innocence. One being brings life, another runs for death. Wow. And that's weird or cool or interesting or artistic. Not only to hear her switch so drastically, but also to be singing about that, right? You got the verse, you got that sunrise and the shivering inside, a coward is shivering inside. It's almost like from a psychological standpoint, without knowing anything about the song, the band, whatever, I'd be like, what is this? Is this like some type of disorder? Are we talking mental illness? Are we talking dissociative personality disorder? There's multiple things going on here. Schizophrenia, right? Hallucinations, things that are not there. A coward shivering inside. Today I'll be a friend of mine. Like, you know, just this identity crisis. Who am I going to let out? I mean, it's really just interesting. My first thought, okay? And then it switches and it talks about scale armor blaze. Not sure what that means. Let me know. But scales make me think of fish. Virgin innocence. One being brings life, another runs for death. And that would fit, I feel like, with someone who is very sensitive emotionally and gracious, emotionally aware. I feel like that's fitting because it has this idea in the lyrics of my brain, sorry. This idea of one being brings life, another runs for death, right? I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with a smile. People that are very emotionally aware, they understand that there's that duality inside of us a lot of times, right? Where, you know, you have good days, you have bad days, to put it superficially, but to be more profound, you know, and this varies from person to person. It's a whole different story, again, if we're talking mental illness or personality disorders, but we all have traits to a degree, right? That's why it's dangerous just to Google our diagnosis, be it for physical issues, be it for mental issues, because the world will, you know, say all kinds of things. And a lot of times, to me, there's a lack of self-awareness, right? There's a whole lot of videos on, you know, the things to look for in a narcissist and this and this and that. But where is the self-awareness? Because we all have traits from all of these disorders. That doesn't mean that a person actually has the disorder. But we live in a world where a lot of things are thrown around, And sometimes there's a lack of that awareness, and this will vary. All that to say, this will vary from person to person. But we all have, things that we struggle with, things that come easy. We have our strengths and our weaknesses. And people who are emotionally aware, generally speaking, right? Because even though I don't want to generalize too much, we all have things we struggle with. Things that bring life, things that bring death. One brings life, another runs for death. And I think based on some of the things you've told me as I've been getting to know Nightwish, is that in metal, though there are many, many subgenres, this being light years different, metalcore, is that the name for this? Versus symphonic metal, there's this idea in metal and in rock of people dealing with the hard topics, with hate and anger and frustration. And to the outside world that's not into this type of music, it might look evil, it might look creepy, it might look different than, right? Too dark. And there are things there that are dark, that, I do believe in a spiritual world where there's things that, are not bringing life. But that doesn't just go for rock or metal. There's groups that may condone violence and speak death and have darkness as their theme, musically, lyrically. But that goes for any music genre. There's hip hop and pop out there that is full of crap, and all that they spew is lies and death and hate and division. So I'm not just talking about rock. I feel when we look at metal, and I think that's why some of you who are into metal enjoy it, when we look at it and we see how it's dealing with hard things and the dark side of things, that can be appealing because somebody's got to talk about it, right? Somebody's got to talk about the anger and the frustration and that turmoil. Just all of us, I think, can relate if we were to think about it for a second, that there is this duality, that there is this struggle between life and death. Scripture even says, I've put before you life and death. Choose life. Right? Like, I have a choice. Am I going to hate? Am I going to love? Am I going to push for war? Am I going to push for peace? But in that attempt to love, to choose life, to walk, to choose the light, I have to also be aware of the darkness. I also have to be aware, same with feelings, right? In order to want to be more happy in life and enjoy the more pleasant feelings, though there's no such thing as good and bad feelings, the more pleasant feelings such as joy and peace, I have to also work sometimes through the anger and the frustration and process that. And I think that's why some of you guys enjoy metal, because there's no shying away from those hard topics. The whole idea of Pisces, someone that's emotionally very aware, to find that sensitivity to that internal turmoil, the coward shivering inside, deciding that they're going to be a friend of theirs, to then speak of the scales, to then speak of one bringing life, one bringing death. No promises I ever give, don't rely on me, and I won't deceive. The beginning or the end, you can't tell. When I wave my fin and shake my tail, a lot of fishy, fishy, I crack myself up sometimes. Analogies, metaphors, pictures here. I grew in different normality with unblameable morality. Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish. Interesting. Fish imagery here. Scale, armor, blaze, virgin innocence. One being brings life, another runs for death. And then a Neptune's child shivering inside, drowns in the liquid gold. Neptune, wasn't he like the god of... and then it speaks of Neptune, and now Neptune being the name of a planet, the 8th planet, it's also in mythology the god of fresh water and the sea in Roman religion, and he's the counterpart to the Greek god Poseidon. So then they're singing of Neptune's child shivering inside, drowns in the liquid gold, cherished his life to the underworld, meet me flashing when winter cries. So these references to the mythology, Pisces swimming through the river, all their life against the stream, searching for a hook to catch on and see their sunbeam, then suffocate in painful tortures on cutting tables of callous men. Ooh, wow. So talking about net, talking about being caught, swimming against the stream, searching for the hook, which is weird, right? Which is interesting. Looking for that hook, maybe looking for the bait. Then suffocate in painful torture, because now the fish is caught, cut open on tables of callous men, under a knife of handsome butchers. Emeralds are ripped away. And then ending with that, emeralds are ripped away. Snap. I don't fully understand all of the meaning of the lyrics, so let me know in the comments below what you know of the band, of these lyrics. But this is a very in-depth and impressive song. Lyrically, like, whew, talk about deep and poetic and a lot of references, a lot of little, special things you can discover if you dive in deep. but then also what she did vocally, and it was cool. I really liked it increasingly towards the end because it went really intense, and it went from that growled low scream to some higher screams, and then I don't know nothing about metal, so I'm gonna refer to it as screams. High screams, low screams, middle screams. I'm sure there's official words for it. Brand new to Jinjer. Still need to digest that a little bit. I think that's why some of you on your comments to my Nightwish videos were like, is she ready for Jinjer? I don't think I was. I don't know. But shout out to my patrons today for those suggestions. To Brian O'Reilly and to Troy Druckenmiller. Thank you for being awesome supporters. And the way she's yelling it, I'm thinking like, just imagine that as like a bird.